Good morning, my dear students. It gives me immense pleasure to talk to you students through video presentations like this as usual. In the previous video, meant for class 11 of CBSE, I have discussed 3 problems on trigonometry. In this particular video presentation, we will discuss some more problems on trigonometry which may be useful to students of class 11 and 12 of any board for that matter, whoever is interested in dealing with trigonometry. Those who are interested, please subscribe by clicking the subscribe button and the bell icon. Subscription has no charges. You can share with your friends also and advise them to subscribe and then watch. The first problem meant for today, it goes like this. If cos x is equal to 3 by 5 and x is in the fourth quadrant, find sin x by 2, comma cos x by 2, comma tan x by 2. Just listen carefully. X is in the fourth quadrant. That is the question given to you. That is the condition given to you in the question itself. That is the condition given to you in the question itself. That is the condition given to you. What does it mean? 270 degrees less than x less than 360 degrees. If a division by 2 tells you 135 degrees less than x by 2 less than 180 degrees. This is anyway second half of your second quadrant, implies x by 2 is in the second quadrant. Therefore, I mean to say sin x by 2 is positive, cos x by 2 is negative, tan x by 2 is negative. You know very well in the second quadrant sin and cosecant are positive, the rest are negative. Therefore, now just listen carefully. Cos x is 3 by 5. This is given. I'll write this as cos 2 into x by 2 is equal to 3 by 5. There are 4 different formulae for cosine. One is cos 2a. One is cos square a minus sin square a. Second one is 2 cos square a minus 1. Third one is 1 minus 2 sin square a. Fourth one is 1 minus tan square a by 1 plus tan square a. Let me use the second formula. This is 2 cos square x by 2 minus 1 is 3 by 5. Now, which will imply you 2 cos square x by 2 happens to be 1 plus 3 by 5, which is anyway 8 by 5, which implies cos square x by 2 is 4 by 5, which implies cos x by 2 is minus 2 by root 5 because cos x by 2 is negative. Now think about sin x by 2. It is plus root of 1 minus cos square x by 2 because sin x by 2 is positive in the second quadrant, plus root of 1 minus 4 by 5, which is anyway 1 by root 5. Therefore, automatically I end up with tan x by 2 is sin x by 2 by cos x by 2, which will be equal to minus 1 by 2. This root 5 anyway gets cancelled. It will get cancelled. I repeat the whole answer. If cos x is 3 by 5 and x is in the fourth quadrant, find sin x by 2, cos x by 2, tan x by 2. X is in the fourth quadrant, therefore it is between 270 degrees and 360 degrees. Division by 2 tells you x by 2 is between 135 degrees and 180 degrees. This is the second half of your second quadrant. Second quadrant, the angle lies between 90 degrees and 180 degrees. Therefore, x by 2 is the second quadrant, implies sin x by 2 is positive, cos x by 2 is negative, tan x by 2 is negative. Come back to cos x, that is the value given to you, the question itself. I'll write it as cos 2 into x by 2. Let me use cos 2a formula which gets involved with only cosine. 2 cos square x by 2 minus 1. 1 plus 3 by 5 becomes 8 by 5. Now divide by 2 throughout. Cos square x by 2 becomes 4 by 5. Cos x by 2 becomes minus 2 by root 5. Take negative square root because cos x by 2 is negative in the second quadrant. Now I take sin x by 2 as positive square root of 1 minus cos square x by 2 because sin x by 2 is positive here. 1 minus 4 by 5 here. Take LCM. Therefore, sin x by 2 becomes 1 by root 5. Tan x by 2 is sin x by 2 by cos x by 2, which is anyway minus 1 by 2. The speciality of such a problem is I need not even know the exact value of x. Without even knowing the exact value of x, we'll be able to do the sums of any type, this type, any sum of this type. We need not even know what the exact value of x is. Without knowing what x is, we'll be able to answer. There is a speciality of such answers. Okay, let me move on to the second problem. If sin x equal to 4 by 5, x is in the second quadrant, find sin x by 2, comma cos x by 2, comma tan x by 2. Just listen carefully. X is in the second quadrant. Implies 90 degrees less than x less than 180 degrees. Implies 45 degrees less than x by 2 less than 90 degrees. It is second half of first quadrant. Implies x by 2 is in the first quadrant. You know very well in the first quadrant all the trigonometric ratios are positive. Sin x by 2 is positive, cos x by 2 is positive, tan x by 2 is positive. Now sin x is 4 by 5. Therefore, I get cos x from this as 1 minus root of 1 minus sin square x. Sorry, minus root of 1 minus sin square x because cos x is negative in the second quadrant, which is minus root of 1 minus 16 by 25, which is reduced to cos x gets reduced to minus 3 by 5. Remember carefully. Here I can very well write cos 2 into x by 2 is equal to minus 3 by 5, which implies 2 cos square x by 2 minus 1 is equal to 3 by 5, minus 3 by 5, sorry. This is not very clear. Let me just rewrite this. I'll just write it as cos 2 into x by 2, which implies 2 cos square x by 2. 2 cos square x by 2 happens to be 2 cos square x by 2 happens to be 1 minus 3 by 5, which is 2 by 5, which implies cos square x by 2 is 1 by 5, which implies cos x by 2 is 1 by root 5. Now sin x by 2 is plus root of 1 minus cos square x by 2 plus root of 1 minus 1 by 5, which is anyway 2 by root 5. Therefore, I end up with tan x by 2 is equal to sin x by 2 by cos x by 2, which is anyway 2. This will be simply 2 by root 5 by 1 by root 5. Gets reduced to all the three ratios are positive here, automatically being an angle in the x by 2 being an angle in the first quadrant. Sin x is 4 by 5, x is in the second quadrant. Find sin x by 2, cos x by 2, tan x by 2. X is in the second quadrant. Therefore, x will be between 90 degrees and 180 degrees. Division by 2 tells you x by 2 is between 45 degrees and 90 degrees, second half of the first quadrant. Therefore, x by 2 is the first quadrant. Therefore, sin x by 2 is positive, cos x by 2 is positive, tan x by 2 is positive. I'll try to get cos x here, then proceed as we did in the previous problem. It is always easier. Cos x, I take it as a negative square root here because x being an angle in the second quadrant, cos x is negative, which gets reduced to minus 3 by 5. Now for 2 cos square x by 2 minus 1 is minus 3 by 5. 1 minus 3 by 5 becomes 2 by 5. 2 gets cancelled. Cos square x by 2 is 1 by 5. Cos x by 2 I take positive square root because it is positive. Sin x by 2 again positive square root. It's reduced to 2 by root 5. 5 minus 1 is 4, root 4 is 2. tan x by 2 is sin x by 2 by cos x by 2, which is reduced to 2. Therefore, since all the three ratios are positive here, being an angle in the first quadrant, I get all the three values to be positive here automatically. Here you can even find out cosecant x by 2, tan x by 2. Sorry, cot x by 2 and secant x by 2 also. You can even find cosecant x by 2, cot x by 2, secant x by 2 also. That is also possible. That is also possible. Okay, we'll just discuss one more problem. Okay, it is already more than 10 minutes I believe, but still it will take only 5 minutes to do the next problem. Just listen carefully here. You mean to say if tan x is equal to 12 by 5, x is in the third quadrant, find sin x by 2, comma cos x by 2, comma tan x by 2. Answer: x is in the third quadrant, which implies 180 degrees less than x less than 270 degrees. That's the meaning. For 90 degrees less than x by 2 less than 135 degrees. For x by 2 is the first half of your second quadrant, implies x by 2 is in the second quadrant. It is in the second quadrant. Therefore, sin x by 2 is positive, cos x by 2 is negative, tan x by 2 is negative. Now, tan x is 12 by 5. Therefore, secant square x is 1 plus tan square x, 1 plus 144 by 25, 169 by 25. Therefore, secant x is, being an angle in the third quadrant, don't confuse the x by 2. We are dealing with x here still. Secant x is negative. I take it as minus 13 by 5. Okay. Therefore, cos x happens to be minus 5 by 13. Sorry. Minus 5 by 13. It will be minus 5 by 13. Minus 5 by 13. Which can be written as cos 2 into x by 2 is equal to minus 5 by 13. 2 cos square x by 2 minus 1 is minus 5 by 13, which implies 2 cos square x by 2 is 1 minus 5 by 13, which is 8 by 13, which implies cos square x by 2 is anyway 4 by 13. I end up with cos x by 2 to be minus 2 by root 13. See here, cos x by 2 is negative. Now sin x by 2, I take it as positive square root 1 minus cos square x by 2, which is plus root of 1 minus 4 by 13, which is 3 by root 13. Anyway, 13 minus 4 is 9. Therefore, root 9 is 3 by root 13. Therefore, I automatically end up with tan x by 2 here is sin x by 2 by cos x by 2, which is reduced to minus 3 by 2. Root 13 will get cancelled automatically. Let me just repeat the whole answer once again. Tan x is 12 by 5, x is in the third quadrant, find sin x by 2, cos x by 2, tan x by 2. X is in the third quadrant. Any angle in the third quadrant between 0 and 360 degrees, if I think over it, will be between 180 degrees and 270 degrees. Okay, 0 to 90 is the angle in the first quadrant, 90 to 180 in the second quadrant, 180 degrees to 270 degrees third quadrant, 270 degrees 360 degrees is the fourth quadrant. Now for 90 degrees less than x by 2 less than 135 degrees, but x by 2 is in the second quadrant. The second quadrant, sine is positive, cosine is negative, tan is negative. And I end up with secant square x is 1 plus tan square x, which is 1 plus 144 by 25, 169 by 25. I take negative square root because x is in the third quadrant, secant x is negative, minus 13 by 5. Cos x becomes minus 5 by 13. Okay, this is cos. Okay, C-O-S. This is cos. I'll rewrite if you want. This seems to be cos. C-O-S. Okay. Now cos 2 into x by 2 is minus pi by 13. 2 cos square x by 2 minus 1 is minus pi by 13. Using cos 2a formula in terms of cosine alone, 2 cos square x by 2 is 1 minus pi by 13, 8 by 13. Cos square x by 2 is 4 by 13. Cos x by 2 is minus 2 by root 13 because cos x by 2 is negative. For sin x by 2, I take positive square root. It's positive in the second quadrant. Root of 1 minus 4 by 13. 13 minus 4 is 9, therefore 3 by root 13. Tan x by 2 is sin x by 2 by cos x by 2, which is reduced to minus 3 by 2. There is a negative sign here. Therefore, I automatically get cos x to be negative, cos value to be negative, tan value to be negative, and sin is of course positive here. And again, as I told you in the first problem of this particular video presentation, without even knowing what x is, we'll be able to do the answer here. In all the three problems, if you notice, I'll try to bring the particular value of cos x and I'll be using cos 2a formula as 2 cos square a minus 1. That would be easier always. You may be given tan value, you may be given sin value, you may be given cos value. Try to get the corresponding cos x value and then proceed. It would be easier. That's the reason why I want to do all the three sums in the same video presentation. Thank you students for patient watching. Share with your friends. It will be definitely very useful to anybody who is interested in doing trigonometry in class 11 or 12 of any board for that matter. Thank you students for patient watching.